The day my father waited outside my office. I used to scrub toilets for a living, not as a punishment, not as a phase. That was my job, and my father hated it. Not because it was hard, not because it was honest, but because it embarrassed him. Every Thanksgiving my dad loved making speeches. He'd stand up, glass raised, chest puffed out like he was hosting the royal family, instead of sitting in our modest, semi-detached house outside Birmingham. And that year he cleared his throat, looked at my older sister, who had just landed a corporate job in London, looked at my cousin who was training to be a solicitor, and then he said, to the kids who made something of themselves and didn't end up cleaning toilets. Everyone laughed, everyone except me. I didn't say a word, I didn't argue, I didn't defend myself. I just placed my napkin on the table, stood up quietly, and left. You'd think I'd be angry, but I wasn't. I was done. See, I left school at 16, not because I was stupid, because mom got sick. Bills stacked up, and someone had to work, so I took the first job I could find. Night shift cleaner at a private office complex. Empty corridors, buzzing fluorescent lights, the smell of bleach and cheap coffee. I cleaned everything. Executive offices, boardrooms, bathrooms. I'd wipe down desks with framed degrees hanging above them. Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial. And I used to wonder, what do they have that I don't? The answer? Time, opportunity, belief. So instead of feeling ashamed, I paid attention. I listened to business podcasts while mopping floors. I read discarded newspapers from the bins. I studied the companies whose logos were on the walls I cleaned, and slowly something shifted. I stopped seeing myself as just a janitor. I saw myself as a man inside the building, learning the building, understanding the building. One night while emptying bins, I overheard two managers arguing. Their cleaning contractor had just quit. They needed someone reliable. Immediately, I stepped forward. Give me a chance. They laughed at first, then they looked at the spotless floor behind me, and they said, fine. That was my first contract. Not glamorous, not massive, but it was mine. I hired 2 friends, then 4, then 8. We worked harder than anyone, because we knew what it felt like to be invisible. 5 years later, we weren't cleaning 1 building. We were managing 15. 10 years later, we weren't cleaners anymore. Management company. Security, maintenance, operations. And the irony, one of our biggest contracts was the same office complex I used to mop at 3 in the morning. I bought a small office, glass doors, my name on the front, nothing flashy, but earned. Then one rainy Tuesday afternoon, my assistant knocked. There's an older gentleman outside asking for you. I looked up, and through the glass, I saw him, my father, standing there, shoulders slightly curved, no speech prepared, no glass raised, just waiting. His company had downsized, early retirement, pension smaller than expected. He needed work, and someone had told him I was hiring. He walked in slowly, looked around, took in the reception desk, the frame certifications, the staff moving with purpose, looked at me, not as his son, as the man behind the desk. For a moment, neither of us spoke. I could have said it. I could have repeated his Thanksgiving toast to the kids who made something of themselves, but I didn't, because I remembered something. Dignity feels better than revenge. He cleared his throat. I hear you're doing well. I nodded. I need something part-time. The silence stretched, years of tension hanging in it. Then I said, we always need people who understand hard work. I handed him an application form, same as everyone else. He worked in maintenance, quietly. No speeches, no jokes, just work. One evening after everyone had left, he stayed back, came into my office, and said something I never thought I'd hear. I was wrong. No excuses, no justifications. That. 3 words. And that was enough. Because success isn't about humiliating the people who doubted you. It's about becoming so solid, their opinions don't shake you anymore. The boy who cleaned toilets, he built the company. The father who mocked him, he learned respect. And every Thanksgiving now, we still raise a glass, but the toast is different. To honest work, to resilience, to second chances. And sometimes, life doesn't need a comeback line.